Hello and welcome back to Joyless Gaming again, and more Injustice 2 Legendary Grind. We're going for the second avatar of nature now. Swamp Thing, who's going to end up with wings at the end of this. And actually the default one is the one I like to use, so. Constantine assist? Is he going to have like the same stuff that was going on with Ivy, except he's going to have an Ivy assist? Or an Ivy sidekick for the final one? We'll see.
The Parliament of Trees has spoken.
And who exactly elected this parliament?
Reasoning with you is pointless.
Begin.
I mean, that wasn't reasoning, though. You were just telling him something. Oh, wait. Oops. Ah. I should have warmed up. Ow. Ouch. Ah, poor old Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing wins.
All that reach, not enough speed.
Your crimes will not stand.
I would rather die than surrender.
That is unfortunate for you.
Begin.
Damn it.
Respect the earth or leave.
Oh, why did that not hit him?
Why don't you just give up?
I stand my ground.
Oh well. Didn't get the special moves, but I did get the super finish, so that's nice. The funny contrast going from Poison Ivy to Swamp Thing. Well, Swamp Thing has this odd situation of you don't ever try to figure out where you can get a bounce attack in his combos, because his bounce attack's too slow to use in combos.
The jungle speaks through me. And what does my jungle say? Grodd must be stopped.
Begin.
Hey! throw counter at down 1. Even Swamp Thing's down 1 is faster than a throw. God, okay. Rats. Keep forgetting to use back forward 3. Medium back forward 3 is a reasonable launcher. Because I think he actually does have a few launchers, and none of them are like go for a launcher and then figure out where you can put the bounce attack, because the bounce attack's too slow. But it's okay, he actually does decent damage. Any of these other ones any good? In terms of stats or what I've got equipped? Not really. So I'll stick with the Parliament of Trees. Acid Rain? No! Acid Rain is bad for plants. It's actually bad for most things.
The jungle speaks through me.
I'm developing a thesis on this subject.
Of course you would say that.
What? Canned responses. Damn it.
Green is power.
Damn it!
Let's
Finally.
get small.
Challenge accepted.
Finally getting something resembling a combo. Looks like I can't land the forward 2 after that with him. He must have a really tiny hitbox. Gonna fluff that a bit, but anyway.
Swamp Thing wins.
Timing on some of those is a bit strange. It's like, oh, you don't press it immediately after you've done the thing, even if the attack lands quickly, or just lands in general. Don't do the follow-up command too quickly, otherwise it'll just go, nah. You did it too soon. There's that one, there's Superman's back 2, there's somebody else has got a multiple thing. Which is different to Ivy, because Ivy's stance you can activate quickly.
I knew I smelled gunpowder.
You got a nose in there?
I also have fists.
Begin.
Ah, bugger. There we go. Forget that that's a low.
What you have sown.
Throw the thing at him. Damn it. Obviously wasn't move reading me just then because it decided to start its back 3 after I started mine. Overhead, yeah. What?
Got a bullet just for you.
Challenge accepted.
Now that makes even less sense. Fine. Okay, I think he does actually have the better projectiles.
Swamp Thing wins.
Yes, after a lot of fussing around. Okay, the affected fighter cannot perform specials, supers, or environmental interactions. Okay, that's probably going to be the AI then. Because that usually doesn't do that to the player. Usually.
Your gas derives from plants.
Fear is a flower in eternal bloom.
You pervert the green.
Begin.
Wait a minute. So, like, this one and I think Brainiac's ship are like the only... background bouncers that have enough time for Swamp Thing to get a back three or a back forward three off of it. One button. You're like, hey brother, can you punch him in the back of the head for me? Oops. Oh, the timing on that is... Do it too soon, you get a forward three. Do it too late, you miss. Ah. I thought he might start blocking and I'd build up some meter again. I could go for a super finish, but no, it didn't clash either. Or did he and I just immediately forgot? The number of times I play and the AI just doesn't clash and I forget the times that it does. Usually when it does clash, it's almost dead anyway.
Why pollute your body?
A man needs every advantage.
Addiction is no advantage.
Begin.
He was slowed down and I still needed to meter burn it to get the armor. No, I got hit by the turtle thingy. Damn it! No, stop that! Stop it! Yes. Oh, he's projectile immune. Oh, he still had max level ready. Oh, crap. Nope. Yes, you can have that. No, don't. Just don't. No! Oh, bugger. I hate this. The way that it does this particular debuff thing is the worst because it will keep throwing them at you once you've been hit by them. Bastard! So you know it's an AI in charge of that. And of course I did it twice and it still didn't give me my wake-up attack, because that's how this game just... What? That took so long, because you just kept on getting hit by the turtle thing. But yeah, once you get hit by it, or you accidentally pick one up, you'll get knocked down because the AI can just deal with you being slowed down. And then it keeps throwing the things right at where you are on the ground. You can't avoid picking them up. Full armor. Who gets full armor, me or Cyborg? I dread to think.
We both live between worlds.
Except I never forget which team I'm on.
Are you certain of that?
Begin.
Oh, we're both fully armored.
Respect the earth or leave.
Sounds like we're playing the Terminator thing.
Swamp Thing wins.
Or trying to play the Terminator theme. That was really weird. I wonder if you had that modifier pop up and you were playing as Superman, if his trait would break it. Because that'd basically break the entire modifier. Which says, no, you get armor for the entire fight. Rather than temporary armor. Okay. Now I will get help for this fight, but I have a better idea of how to play Swamp Thing than I do Ivy, so this should be
Swamp
okay.
Thing.
I get an Ivy sidekick. Okay. Start with a sweep because it does hit twice. Being able to do damage to the armor is helpful. Because basically a boss fight like this doesn't start until you break the armor.
Dinah Lance returns.
Happy to see me, Alec.
Alec Holland is no more.
Begin.
Right. Right. No. Alright, there it goes. Oh, bloody hell.
You're better, but I'm still me.
You deceive yourself.
I might have to see where I can... I fucked it up. I finally linked the damn thing. It's not like the first time I've ever linked it, but first time today. Oh well. Finally linked it and I fucked it up. I did the... I just kept on going forward 2, 3, 3. Well, we are level 20. Now, if my IV experience is anything to go by, I should be able to do this. Actually, what am I saying? My experience with almost any other character that I don't really know how to play doing the level 30 boss usually turns out to be not quite as difficult as you would think.
Swamp Thing.
Well, not quite as difficult as I would think. I wonder if he'll have the tournament shader. It's an odd thing. It seemed like they were all supposed to have the tournament shader on them, but some of them don't. Then again, they almost always seem to take place on Brainiac's ship, and the ones that don't are the ones that don't seem to have the tournament shader.
I am this world's true guardian.
You will stay out of my seas.
The green will humble you.
Begin.
No! No! Damn it. Wrong button. Oh, fucking hell. What? That is bullshit.
Plants can drown.
The green will survive.
There are plants that don't drown though, and there's no point spending meter because I can't hurt him. Damn it. Shouldn't have done that. Or that. Oh well. I did it down one first. Fucking die!
Swamp Thing wins.
Alright. Now this also does not really have much labbing to be done because, from what I understand, the effect is not so amazing. And in fact, I can put it on both of these ones. I can put it on this, and I can put it on the one that's got... Only loses a little bit of defense. Otherwise, everything is a gain. And I can't even see it. The what? Swampy, could you hold it in a better spot so I could actually see it? Anyway, Avatar's season-ending blade, eh? Can dash while in the air. 4% health regeneration when standing in Abigail's garden. Well, one of his sets actually does that. This is also a set to go and put the legendary on. Which is the set that gives him health? Yeah, it's the set of 5. Yeah. So the only good thing about the set of 5, although the new set of 5 they added does actually give them a strength bonus, but otherwise it's just like environmental resistances, and then health regeneration while standing in his trait, which goes away when he takes a hit. And that one uses the 5th one, so yeah, either one of these will work.
Swamp
Thing, and doesn't really have a good counterpart in this one, does he? Well, let's use somebody else who's green. No, alright, let's just...
Poison Ivy. Fighters approaching Gorilla City.
So... Oh, that's hers. That's her thing. Right. The rose. So, the healing, 2.5. I wonder if it's 2.5 all the time, or if it is actually dependent on how much health you have. But otherwise... Oh, you can't even backdash in the air, it's only a forward dash. Well, it's a pretty quick dash. My thought when they said, oh, he gets an air dash from his legendary, is that it does allow him to close in a fair amount of distance, not that he needs to be that close, because he's got, you know, things. But my first thought when I heard air dash is he doesn't really need to spend more time in the air. But that is it's a fairly quick dash, but it does only go forward. And they've not animated it very well because the wings suddenly appear and then suddenly disappear. Bit of a rush job. Which is weird given that they did animate the wings for a win pose and the round ending pose. So from full screen, he can get up pretty close, but Looks like you can actually cut it short with the jump attacks. You can't do it after the jump attack. And it's forward dash only. And doesn't really allow for a cross-up. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, yeah. Like I figured it'd be a bit of a disappointment. I kind of like playing Swamp Thing, but that legendary is just not very good, really. Is there at all a way I can get him to actually show the thing while I've got the stats there? Not really. Just, you can't see it very effectively. Trying to get a good screenshot for the thumbnail for the video. I guess I'll have to settle for something like that.